What is up, everybody? It is Og here, back with another video, and in today's video we're going to be talking about some recent news that just came out in regards to multi-boxing. So a lot of the people that watch my streams multi-box. I have a friend, Fanta, who streams multi-boxing of like 30 accounts at once. There's other streamers who focus on the multi-boxing accounts. There's gold farmers who are farming in retail millions and millions of gold per month because of multi-boxing. I know somebody with over 60 accounts that multi-boxes. And the way that they can do that is that they use these third-party programs. So a common one is Isbox or hotkey.net. Basically, what it does is it maps your keys so that when you press one key on one tune, those same actions are performed on another tune. It's as simple as that. And so this obviously plays a huge role in retail because of hyperspawns, right? So you can go to a location, you can have a hyperspawn location, farm unlimited resources basically, and because each individual tune gets their own loot, you're just constantly looting a ton of items. And so I think that's probably Blizzard's main focus. I don't think they're really focusing as much on Classic, but Classic will likely be affected by this as well, because if it's bannable in retail, it's probably going to be bannable in Classic as well. So let's dive into a little bit more. If you have these programs, they will not be usable. Simple as that. However, multi-boxing is not bannable. And so you can see here, multi-boxing is not a bannable offense, not violation. You can have multiple accounts. That's okay. So if you want to continue boosting through Classic, if you want to boost your tunes through dungeons, you can have multiple accounts with multiple tunes, etc., you're good to go. However, using any kind of software is bannable. So this also brings up an add-on that I've been using recently, EMAC or EMAC. Basically, this is a multi-boxing add-on to not simulate your mouse movements per se, but it is to go into the game and like show experience and things like that. I think that add-on will be okay. I just realized you can't see all this information. My head was getting in the way. So here's all this information so you can read it. But I realized my head was getting in the way, so here you guys go. Now you can actually read everything. Sorry about that. So the EMAC add-on, it's good to be able to tell experience, but another kind of aspect of it is it can autocomplete things for you. It can autocomplete quests for you. It could pick up quests for you. It could put tunes on follow. It can follow them around with, strobe on feature that constantly follows. It can help loot, I'm pretty sure. So it does perform those actions. I think that because of this, those actions will likely not be allowed moving forward. However, I think to be able to tell the experience, you'll still be able to use those add-ons. So you really got to think, I don't personally multi-box like crazy. I have a couple accounts that I log into to boost tunes. That's about it. So you really got to think, if you are multi-boxing, if you're using any kind of add-ons in general, think about their practicality. If they are going to be used to manipulate actions on another account without actually performing those actions yourself, that is likely going to be a bannable offense. So just definitely watch out for that. But like I said, multi-boxing in general is not going to be a bannable offense. Let's talk about the economic kind of impact with this. Less farming in retail. So there's going to be less gold in the game. It might take a little bit of time, obviously, to go into effect. But in theory, that should drastically decrease the amount of gold in the game, because if people aren't farming millions and millions of gold, they're not going to have millions and millions of gold. And so the price of WoW tokens will likely decrease. This won't be immediate because Shadowlands is coming out, obviously. And so people are probably going to be coming back and trying to spend their gold to get WoW tokens. So the prices will kind of be offset by that change. But in the future, this is likely going to be something that decreases the price of WoW tokens. Classic and TBC. It's not going to have a drastic effect, I wouldn't say. There's some people going out there and multi-boxing like ZG, or multi-boxing boosting and farming, certain kind of mats and things like that. And that'll definitely take a hit, but because the loot is not separated in Classic, whereas in retail, every single individual person could pick up that loot, where in Classic, everything is shared loot, and so there's only one drop, it's not going to have as dramatic of effect, but it may still have an effect. Overall, though, it might have an effect on your playstyle. So if you multi-box, or, if you just have any strong feelings about this in general, or my beard from No Shave November, Let me know down in the comments down below. I'm really curious to see what you guys think about this change. I don't think it's going to have a massive impact, but I definitely feel bad for a couple of my friends who literally have 60 accounts because that's what they like to do with this game. So definitely an interesting move by Blizzard, and I'm curious to see what happens moving forward.